Oh, it's so important. Perspective changes everything. It does. I didn't know that, but there you go. It does. It changes everything, and it's so simple. You know, perspective isn't something that you can buy. You don't need money to get it. You don't have to go to college to understand it. You don't have to be able to read to understand it. Perspective is something you experience. I'm Rachel Renock. I'm the CEO and Creative Director of Hatch. Hatch is the first cause-conscious freelance platform that's built specifically to connect nonprofits with freelancers. So basically what we do is we're trying to bridge this gap between the resourcing disparity that's happening in the nonprofit sector and this sort of flood of people that are in advertising, design, development, production, things like that, who really want to get involved with causes that they care about. So this is the craziest thing I've ever done, hands down, and I'll be very honest and candid about it. It's incredibly hard. It's emotionally jarring. It's up and down. Every day is different. Your schedule is all over the place. But I've never been happier. I try to bring people in that bring in different perspectives, which, again, just coming back to diversity, why that is so important. I think you really can't have innovation if you don't have people who could look at the same things differently. With nonprofits, they want a connection. They want to feel like they're part of a community, exactly. So, we've really made sure that everything we do, everything we build, every business model that we make benefits the organizations, because we can no longer assume we know what the nonprofit sector needs. And so we always start by listening, because that has been by far the most effective way to get them what they need, and that's the point. A lot of what we do is we advocate for people to open their eyes about charity and to rediscover what it really means to be charitable. And when you really take a step back and you look at the sector, I mean, a lot of these people that work for these organizations are saving lives. That's what they're doing, whether it's refugees or women or the LGBT community, whether it's fighting for equal rights for people of color, that's what they're doing. They are saving lives. If I could tell something to my younger self, I would say, do it sooner. I think a lot of people probably feel that way. But at the same time, I also would say, don't be afraid. My younger self. Oh, care more. I think I was apathetic for too long. I think that comes with age. I don't know. Somewhere along the way, a fire was lit in me. Actually, I lied. I do know. I came out, and that lit a fire in me. I came out, and I think my apathy disappeared because, and this is so much the case for anyone, I think, in terms of empathy. It's very hard to experience empathy if you have not experienced something yourself. I think in times in which you feel lost about people's motives, or in which you feel lost about why things are the way they are, perspective will save you. Moving here gave me perspective. Coming out gave me perspective. Working with people of color gave me perspective. Working with nonprofits gave me another perspective. Reading books about the American right gave me perspectives. And all of those things I've gathered and I've pieced together and I've understood, and it allows me to approach problems and allows me to approach situations more thoroughly. In those times when I feel lost, or I feel hopeless, or I feel like there's no answer, or I don't understand something, perspective is the first place I turn. And that comes just from straight up asking people about their experiences. You need anyone from any class, or any race, or any sexuality, or any gender can gain perspective, if they're willing. The more perspectives you add to your knowledge, the more complicated everything looks. But it's good, because I think in that complexity comes clarity. It allows me to think more before I speak. It allows me to process things and to really take the time to understand all angles of something before I form an opinion on it. I think that everyone can have an opinion, but there's a responsible way to form that opinion. And I think if more people were responsible about how they go about it, perhaps we'd be looking at a very different world right now.